Hello guys, back again with my Christmas pickups. This Christmas was probably one of the most interesting but challenging Christmases I've ever had. This year as a whole was probably a very challenging year with a lot of stuff happening. A friend of ours passing away, my father got sick, and so many things that happened this year. But this year at Christmas, my hours at work went up a lot. I worked a lot of overtime this year, more than I ever have. And so it was really busy. So because of that, I basically did give my wife basically my wish list of what I wanted for Christmas, basically 3 to 2 days before Christmas. The fact she pulled off what I'm even going to show you in some ways is amazing. Again, my wife has done amazing things for Christmas for me before. My wife, I can never talk about how great it is. Lucky I am to have a wife, who likes anime, who likes video games, and just is able to find things like, the PlayStation clock and stuff like that before. But because of that challenging work schedule, I didn't get to do my Christmas shopping basically 2 days till before basically and Christmas Eve. I did all my shopping within those 2 days for everybody else. And it was interesting because this year, my son's birthday happens before Christmas and he turned 7. So now he's getting to the age where, we can actually, play more games together. He's able to, do it without helping him along as much, like it was in the past. But I did have a problem with the game that I was buying. I knew, now, my 3DS, I've had well over a year, and I got Mario Kart 7 from it, and Mario Kart 7 is a great game on it. And I played a lot when I first got it, and I play every once in a while. But basically, I haven't touched my 3DS much. I did get Kid Icarus Uprising for it. I haven't even put that game in yet. I need to, and I want to. I just haven't actually got around to it. And so one of the things I went to Christmas here was going, okay, I'm going to get 3DS game for each of them because the 3DS, even though it's mine, anybody can play it. And so I knew I was getting this game from the beginning because on the Wii U, they have Lego City Undercover. And while I don't have a Wii U, and that was on my wanted list, I knew both my wife and my son wanted to play that game. But they also were interested in Lego City Undercover. The chase begins for the 3DS. Now, this game does have its technical limitations, but it is a really fun game. My wife's actually playing it right now because I got it for her. And the reason I got it for her was because of YouTube. Because my son, me and him were checking out Zach Scott games right after the Nintendo copyright thing happened, and they seemed to be lifting the copyrights. I know everybody was getting Animal Crossing New Leaf at the time, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and I went to his channel, and he was doing a playthrough, and my son happened to come by and watch it. He absolutely was enthralled with it. He watched like 4 parts of it. He liked it, so I got him Animal Crossing New Leaf. He played this game for about 2 hours on Christmas. Absolutely loved this game. Again, just building his own town, being able to draw, do his own paintings. Just he had a lot of fun with this game, and so it's really cool that he likes it. I'm glad he liked it. Because sometimes you get him a game that they like, and sometimes they like it, they can't really play it. So again, my wife got this game. She had a lot of fun playing it. She's playing it right now. It is it's a basically kind of an open world Lego game, and that's really cool. If you played other Lego games, of course, the usual Lego stuff, building and stuff are in there. But that game I got for her. And the next game I got for her is this game right here. Now, originally, I don't like to go to GameStop. I just don't. I try to go to everywhere else but there. But in my local town, even though I have a Mega Replay and stuff, there's just nobody who carries, the RPGs when they first come out for the consoles, the new consoles. This is the current generation, not next gen, PS3. And if I'd planned it out, I probably could have got it, online, but I didn't have time. But originally I went in there getting Tales of Xillion because I know Tales of Xillion 2 is going to come out. But they did have Tales of Graces, so I got that for her. Because she likes RPGs, so I picked it up. And she hasn't had a chance to play yet. Now I did get one other game for my son. And this was kind of a given because we got Skylanders Giants, and we've all had a lot of fun playing that. And I knew he was interested in Swap Force. Heck, so was I, because the figures swap out. And there's basically magnets that keep the figures together. You just pull them apart and swap them out. That's how they stay together, magnets. And so we pre-ordered it, and we were sitting there deciding, do we want the regular version or the dark edition? Of course, you can only get the dark edition through GameStop. But I decided, you know what? If we're going to get this for Christmas, we might as well get the dark edition. So we did get the dark edition of Skylanders Swap Force. And Big Daddy Darth had said to me, because he got his on Christmas too, that the levels are a lot bigger in the game, and they actually are. And he's also, by the way, the reason why I got this figure, and that is Jolly Bumble Blast for my son for Christmas, which we actually got this today. It was late, but no big deal. He's dressed up like Christmas. Bumble Blast stuff, he's dressed up in Christmas colors. A lot of people don't realize Skylander Giants and even Skylanders Adventures, they release like limited rare figures all the time. They just put them out there, and you have to keep on the ball in order to get them all, or to know they're even out, because there's so many in Giants that were released that people don't even know about. And he mentioned to me how this is at Walmart online, and we ordered it, and so there you go. Instead of having to go to GameStop to try to find our Toys R Us, Walmart had it online. So thanks to Big Daddy Darth for getting this. So haven't opened it yet, but will. Looks really cool. So for me this year, and I wasn't sure what I was going to get. Again, I didn't give her a list, basically 2 days before Christmas. And the first game I opened actually didn't surprise me, because on the original DS, we got the DS Lite, and the only reason I got the DS Lite was because New Super Mario Brothers came out, because I love Super Mario Brothers, right? I love Super Mario Bros. 3. Is my favorite video game of all time. And I was actually not, again, I've told the story before, I was not going to do any game in this generation. I was going to take the generation off. But New Super Mario Brothers drew me in, got a DS Lite, and fell in love with that game. And of course, all said and done, I gamed a lot this generation. Well, she got me New Super Mario Brothers 2. And I play this game. This game's a lot of fun. I think the Gold Mario does actually have a lot of fun to it. Just basically everything for the short amount of time you hit turns to gold. You get a turtle, you hit it, it just keeps releasing gold coins till the time runs out. It's a really, really fun game. Of course, classic Mario Brothers. The bosses are basically jump on their head 3 times and you beat them. But still a lot of fun, and I really am enjoying this game. Now, this next game was a surprise, because this game wasn't on my list. But I love Gradius. And I know I've talked to this before to her about this at least a year ago. And I saw the videos of it. And that was Odomeus Excellent. This is the special edition, which comes with a 68-page art book, which is, typical with girls. And of course, it's always got to have some kind of funny, scantily clothes thing. An official soundtrack, which is in the art book. 2-sided pillowcase, which makes me laugh. And of course, the game itself. And this is basically Gradius. With girls, this is Gradius. There's no other way. 3D, kind of like Street Fighter's 3D, 2D. This is 3D, 2D Gradius. I had a lot of fun playing it. This game is very forgiving. I was playing on easy. If you don't beat a boss, it just moves on to the next level. The game's not over if you don't beat the boss. It is over if you die. Of course, you run out of lives, but you can continue. And you can level up your characters while playing through multiple times. Had a lot of fun playing this. I'm really glad I got this game, because, again, Gradius is one of my favorite shooters of all time. And this is really a fun game you can play. Don't let the girls throw you off. This is basically a modern Gradius game without calling it Gradius. So the next game I got was kind of a joke, because on the PS3 years ago, my wife happened to walk into the GameStop, and they were giving away strategy guides, and God of War 3 just came out, and for some reason somebody screwed up and they put God of War 3 for free, or they were just giving it away. So was it Castlevania, Lord of Shadows, and some other strategy guides, and she got me the strategy guide for God of War 3, but I never got the game. I always planned on getting it, but I never did. And ironically enough, this Christmas she got me God of War 3, so I can finally play through the game. Honestly, even though I know I have God of War on the PSP, I've never ever played a God of War game. And so I know this game got a lot of rave reviews. I know there's a lot of sequels or prequels since then, but I'm gonna definitely have to sit down and play this and See how much fun it is. Now, this last game I got was a game I wanted. I love Mortal Kombat. I absolutely loved Mortal Kombat 9. The best story mode in a fighting game I've ever played. And so when Injustice Gods Among Us got announced, heck, it has superhero characters, DC characters, and basically the modern Mortal Kombat engine basically tweaked. I was all in. I've seen gameplay. I can't absolutely wait to play this game. So I was really glad I got this. And this was a game that actually I did put on my list. But here was something that surprised me, because this is just one of those things she picked out, video game related, and that I just don't expect to get, but still cool, and that is a Super Mario Pez dispenser of course, Mario. So this is really cool. I have things like, I have, which you can't, Yoshi up there for Super Mario Bros. 4, and so, she's done further being requested, like, the mushroom. Somewhere around here I have a Raccoon Mario Perler bead art, and so it's really cool to get, more Mario stuff, so that was really cool. But the last thing she got me was something video game related that I put on my list, because she said you need to put books, on your list. I wasn't expecting to get it. So first thing she did was she looked up online how much it was, and then she went to like the local Barnes & Noble. Sorry if my elbow hit the desk, actually shake the camera. And they wanted almost twice as much as online did. So she ordered online and, got the fastest shipping she could without, because she has Amazon Prime, did this 2-day shipping. And it got here luckily before Christmas. And this was, again, a book I saw on Happy Council Gamers channel a while ago. And that is The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. This book is awesome, and I'm really glad I have it. This book reminds me how much I need more video game related books, because this book is awesome. This book ties all the Zelda games together in what they consider chronological order. So the very first game in the Zelda series is supposed to be Skyward Sword, which was on the last one on the Wii. And it's interesting how they split off all the different series together. Spirit's Tracks is over here. And this one, in this very first, because they have a certain point where all the games split off and all, into 3 different timelines after that. And of course, it's funny because the first timeline split off is actually, Legend of Zelda is like near the end of it, and Zelda 2 is the end of that timeline. It is rather interesting how they tie it all together, because as a, again, someone who's, I've not played a lot of the Zelda games. Listen, Zelda 2 was the last game I spent a lot of time on. I know I played Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. I most definitely want to get Link Between Worlds, of course, on the 3DS. But this game has a lot of beautiful artwork in it, a lot of beautiful, drafts, and the history, and all the eras, and a great manga, which, quite frankly, is very dark for Zelda. For Link, to explain Link. The artwork in this thing is beautiful. This thing is a beautiful book. If you really love Zelda, if you really honestly want to know the history of it, this is a great book. It shows you, Link through all the different games and how he's changed. It is a really, really, I'm trying to just find a good page to show you here. A really beautiful book with a lot of great pages in it. The locations. It's just, if you're, whether you're an old school or a new school fan of the games, this is just an awesome book to have. In the beginning, Miyamoto, does a little quick thing about the Zelda series, and how basically, how they named it, which was kind of, funnily kind of an accident. But let's just pick a page here. See, the artwork in this book is just utterly awesome, and amazing. Concepts for the original Legend of Zelda and stuff. It's just a great book to have if you never, ever have played. For example, one of the areas is called The Decline of Hyrule and the Last Hero. This is basically the timeline that does the Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2. This is a great book to have if you're never interested in getting a book. Again, this is by Nintendo and Dark Horse Comics, and they really did a great job. It's a really awesome book. I'm definitely glad to have it. But there's one other thing my whole family got for Christmas. It's not video game related, but it has caused a lot of things to fly in the house. That is, of course, we all got Nerf guns. That's right, this is a strong arm, which of course loads off, which I hit it, loads up from the side, load up your 6 darts, and the darts shoot up to 75 feet, which, by the way, do not shoot anybody at close range, because despite these being Nerf, it hurts. So anyway, guys, that's all we got for Christmas this year. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys for a video soon.